Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wab Ram. You're back with another lesson, Lord, willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh by their faith. This lesson I want to bring out, man, as we get closer to World War III, get closer to the plagues, one of the major plagues is civil unrest, man, civil war. So let's get right into these videos, and here's a couple scriptures, and Lord willing to be edifying.
You mentioned about in an interview I saw once where you talked about there not being a such thing as a black man or a white man. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, the idea of black and white started here. I don't know a white man on the face of this earth, and I've seen many dark people, but I don't actually know anybody that's actually black.
Willie D. Live.
Here in this country, that was basically a structure that was put in place to be able to separate a rich man's idea from everybody else. And then this rich man not only created this idea, but what he did was he fuzzed up the world and everything in between that to make these people believe that they are actually greater than these people too, because he knew exactly the opposite. He knew exactly the truth. He knew that if I don't shut that down over there, then that's going to be a problem for me. When you have I don't know how far you want me to go on here, so I've been really just trying to hold my mouth a
Hit
little
him
bit.
up upside the head, man.
Okay, when you have embassy members, Israeli embassy members, who are basically saying that their greatest threat is young African American, not African, but African American people, that they are our greatest threat. And then I look at what Israel can do to Palestine. I look at what Israel can do to Iran. And I look at those things very seriously. And they do this all for the sake of taking land that they usurped when they feel like it at any point. They're going to feel like they can do that here. And I think what's going on right now here in Texas Mexico, and California via Mexico. What I see happening in Texas and in California right now, that's now starting to have this ripple effect across the country, I actually think is a since they can't rile us up, they figure they need to rile somebody up, because they're going to try to, in my opinion, force civil war at any cost. I remember Trump saying something very interesting. He said, "Hey, once we get in this time, we figured it out. We figured out."
And that's the point at the end of the video. They're going to force civil war. So that's what we're telling you. That's one of the plagues that's coming upon Babylon the Great, man. These plagues. This is a major plague, man. It's coming, man. Civil unrest, man. Civil war. This is the tipping point of it. Check this out.
We're heading toward another war right here
Yeah.
in the good old U.S. of A.
Been preaching it. We're due for one. We're due for one. We're due for it. I'm telling you, we're due for it. I think eventually this bubble's going to pop. That's my theory. I don't think that this can go on for too much longer. I give it like to 2030 before. I don't think we're going to make it to that far, but we're on a slippery slope towards another civil war. And I'm not going to say I'm cool with that. I think a lot of people think they want it, but I don't think they're ready for the type of environment and the people who operate in environments like that. I don't think they're ready for that. You know, the last thing, and I was talking to my wife about it, the last thing you want is guys like me out in the streets fighting a war with no rules of engagement, where I make up my own. And you don't want that. The average civilian's not ready for that. Like, why is Nick doing that? Why did Nick do this to me? Because only Nick matters. Only my family. At the end of the day, yeah, guerrilla warfare is a bitch. And you're my friend in one moment, but the next moment, if you got something I want or I need to take care of my family, I won't let you know about it. And I'm going to kill the block. That's the way
You
it
know,
should be. That's war.
And there you go, man. This is coming, man, to Babylon the Great. And since they can't rile Jake up, man, they figured that if they can cause a civil war, civil unrest, they can destroy a lot of Jakes, man, because Jake ain't prepared for this, man. This was what's coming. They don't have weapons and ammunition and the training to shoot guns and shit, man. That's not our blessing. That's Esau's blessing. So Esau is going to force you to abide by his blessing, man. And that's why we continue to say, make these lessons for our people to repent to the Lord, man, because he is truly going to be your only protection in the times we're coming into, man. And we're pretty much here. And it ain't going to get no better from here on out, man. Major things are happening. War is being prepared. World War III is being prepared. And you know about the MOTB, man. Let's start here. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 9. It says, and therefore, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I will surely avenge them and receive them, so like and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, man. And our people are being led to that slaughter, man. And that's why the Lord has the men of the Lord on the highways and byways for your instructions to give to you, to lead you to him. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. The Lord is going to cut off Egypt, man, which is Babylon and Great. You can read about that in Revelations 11 and verse 8. He says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And see, this place is going to be hit with plagues again. It's going to be hit with plagues again, man. Way worse than the time of Egypt. So the Lord is not going to have this place comfortable anymore, man. He's done with it. He says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and the punishment that power shall bring upon it. And so you waiting for a major event to happen, man. And that's what the Lord is going to do, man. Everybody's on edge, man, thinking something is going to happen, man. So that's the reason why it's good to you stay in tune with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. The whole earth is waiting for something to happen, man. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with the fearful consolation, the things that are coming upon the earth, man. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. See, destruction is coming, man. And the only ones that know about it is the hopeful elect. No one else is paying attention to it. They watching it, watching the draft and thinking about the next season, NBA season. Not knowing, man, this place is on borrowed time, man. The Lord can close this thing up anytime, man. And that's what everybody is patiently waiting for. Something major to happen for them to be able to bring in the MOTB. And we know that the civil war is at the doorstep, man. People is at each other's neck, man. You know, got Jakes against Jakes and Edomites against Edomites as well, man. They ready to go toe to toe with each other, man. Just as well as Jake against Esau, man. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And see, that's what's happening, man. This time of destruction is drawing nigh, man. It's drawing near. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. That's what we're telling you, man. These people, man, a couple years back, man, I was going into these sports stores, getting fishing equipment and shit, man. And also all you see is these Edomites at the damn at the gun store, man, getting weapons and getting ammunition. And our people don't have the money and the resources to get those type of weapons and shit, man. AR, I don't know the terminology of this shit. You know what I mean? It don't really even matter because that's not our blessing. But the point is, you have to be mentally and spiritually prepared for the times we're going into, man. This is going to be a time like never before because this is also Jacob's trouble. What we've been warning, for starting with the apostles and elders of great millstone on down, been warning of, man. This is not good times. It's coming, man. Verse 15 again, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." The modern day sword is the gun, man. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." See that? You're gonna have sedition among men. You're gonna have people taking people's, like what the guy said. It's only gonna be. It's gonna be pretty much every man for themselves, man. And this is gonna be a no holds barred, man. Anything goes, man. It ain't gonna be no police call. It ain't gonna be no one to come in to save you. Amalams coming. It's not gonna be that way, man. 16, he says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." See, no politician is going to come on the news, or the president going to come on the news and say, "Please, let's have peace." That day is going to be over with, man. And the course of their action shall stand in their power. See, the course of their action, whatever they want to do, it's going to stand in their power, man. They want to put you to death right on the spot, man. They want to burn you alive. It's going to be those days, man. It's going to be in those days, man. It's not going to be any peace, man. It's all going to be nothing but destruction, death, mourning. It's the worst times we're speaking about, man. We're not speaking about any good times coming, man. And imagine, the Christian church had you imagining a day of good times and fun, and everybody's getting along with each other and the community coming together. That's not going to happen, man. These people are going to be at each other's throat, man. Especially when the famine comes. That's going to create a civil unrest in itself, man, when nobody has any money, no food. Because, I mean, the money is not going to matter because you ain't going to be able to buy nothing with the money that you have. You thinking it's a light thing, what we're speaking about, but when that day comes, you're gonna wish that you listen, or pray that you listen, or wish you would have prayed and listened to the men of the Lord, man. 17, it says, "A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able." See that? You have these militia groups, people that's been training and waiting for this day to come, that day of lawlessness, man. You don't want to go into your neighbor's city to see if they got food or water or anything, and they're gonna have those cities blocked off, man. It says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid," man. Because of your pride, you didn't want to listen. You thought you knew everything. You thought this day wasn't coming. You thought we was full of shit. You thought we were just out on highways and byways for the hell of it, man. But you're gonna be terribly afraid when that time comes, man. Terribly afraid. He says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." See that? Nobody's gonna have any pity, man. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, they got kids. Let me give them some bread." They got kids. They got toddlers. That day is not gonna happen, man. I mean, in that day, that's not gonna happen, man. And that's the day we warn you of, man. And it's coming very, very soon, man. Like I said, all you see is they got a narrative of sleeper cells and all this shit because they're planning to do something and blame it on probably those those groups that they created the narrative of. I mean, I don't necessarily know exactly what they're going to do, but you can just see how they paint the picture, man. We're not ignorant of Satan devices, man. So we see that they're setting up something and they want to make you think it's those people across the pond, man, to rouse you up to be ready to go to WW3. Verse 18, it says, because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So they're going to come in and take your goods, man. They're going to take your goods, man. They might take your wife, man, your daughter, man, your kids. They're going to take what you have, man, food, water, anything you have that is able to be traded for food or anything like that, man. It says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reference me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Labius, to turn themselves one against another. Let me go back to Labius. Labanus. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly. Let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. Let me see. Oh,
Libanus,
Lebanus. What is Labanus? Is a character in a minor myth who was transformed. That's not it. It's a land in Lebanon, also known as the Lebanon Mountains. So basically just an area that they're speaking about, but we know it's going to be in Babylon the Great. Let me get back to it. Jumping down to verse 24. It says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. So the Lord is going to turn his back on 2/3 of his people, and you're not going to be protected. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver them unto death and destruction. See, you're going to be delivered to destruction, man. So the Lord, and what it say in Jeremiah 15, I want to say, and start down from 1 down to 3. I want to say the Lord got 4 kinds of death, man, for 2/3 of our people, man. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth. See, everywhere is going to have this type of destruction that's coming, man. All hell going to be breaking loose everywhere. But we're focusing on Babylon the Great, where the great destruction is coming. He says, and ye shall remain in them. See that? The Lord is not going to take you out, because the elect are going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble, man. So you're going to remain in them, for power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. See that? So 2/3 of our people are not going to be taken out of the destruction that's coming, man, because they sinned against the Lord, man. The elect are going to be taken out of Jacob's trouble, which is going to be, the same thing we're speaking about, civil unrest, civil war. The Lord is going to have mercy on his elect. And that's why we praying to be a part of that number and prophesying for you to repent and be a part of that number as well. This is Jeremiah 30 in verse 7. It says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See that? The elect of the children of Israel, man, is going to be saved out of that destruction that's coming, man. That's the deal, man. That's the deal the Lord set before us. Repent and return unto me, and the Lord may have mercy upon you. This is Matthew 12 and verse 25. And the Lord, this is Yahweh Shah speaking, man. He warned us of this day that's coming, man. He says, and Yahweh Shah, this is Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahweh Shah knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And then we know this is Esau's kingdom, man. You're adverse to the Lord, man. You're adverse to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Check this out in the NLT. Yahweh Shah knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. See that? That's what's coming. Civil war. Civil war is coming. And the Lord spoke of this. And that's why we're bringing it to you, man. This is going to happen. This is not a fairy tale or something that's going to be prophecy that's not going to happen or glanced over. It says a town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And that's what Esau is doing, man. His kingdom is falling apart, man. They're divided. You can see that by the politicians, man. These people are divided, man. You got these Edomites as with Trump. You got the Edomites that are against Trump, man. You seen that with the No King protests. This is Good News Translation. It says Yahushua knew what they were thinking, and so he said to them, any country that divides itself into groups, and what this place has always been divided into groups, man. Classes of people which fight each other will not last very long. And any town or family that divides itself into groups which fight each other will fall apart. And that's what we're seeing, man. This place fall apart, man. This place is falling apart, man, right before your eyes. And this is one of the major prophecies that's going to come to pass before the Lord returns. This is Matthew 24 and verse, we start at 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what we've been seeing for a couple years now. Wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. See, the election, we're not supposed to be troubled by these things. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, we're seeing everything come to pass, and we're seeing all these wars come to pass, and the end ain't yet. We're seeing it happen. But we're still here. You know what I'm saying? They build up the war, the Lord will build up the war, and then he'll calm it down, man, and let some other prophecies come to pass. See, we've been seeing it for a couple of years now. The Lord is going to show you that these prophecies of nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, it's going to happen, man. Kingdom represent the people, man. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be a famine. It shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now you're seeing earthquakes under the oceans and shit, man. They seeing them erupt under the water, man. We ain't got no way to see that. But these Edomites has these what you call those people that go and check all this different shit, man. They scientists and stuff. They seeing all these things come to pass, man. It was just an earthquake happened. Well, a volcano erupt. I forgot exactly where it was. But the point is, all the things that the Lord warned us of that was going to happen is happening before his return, man. All these are the beginning of sorrows. See that? The sorrows are at the door. The sorrows are at the door. Let me get it in Luke as well. This is Luke 11 and verse 17, I'm sorry. It says, but he knew their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against it is the house divided against a house falleth. And that's what's going to happen, man. They put like Democrats against the Republicans, and people still feed into that shit, man. You got people really thinking that the Democrats and the Republicans are against each other. No, man, they're the same wings on the same bird, man. You just got the right wing, you got the left wing. They say it all the time. The left and the right, it's the same damn bird, man. But our people so slow they can't even comprehend that. That they working as a team, they working together, man. This is Zechariah 11 because we gotta understand that this place is finished, man. It's not going to last much longer, man. These things must come to pass before the Lord returns. He said, thus, this is Zechariah 11 and verse 4. It says, thus say Yahweh Shem Yahushua, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, who oppress and slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And see, our people are continually thrown in prison, man. But this day is coming, man, they're not going to throw you in prison because it's going to be all hell breaking loose, man. You know, some people will be put in camps and different things like that. But we know the destruction is coming, man. It's very soon. It says, and they that sell themselves say, blessed be Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for I am rich, and on their own shepherds pity them not. And see, the pastors are not telling our people, are warning them of the days that we're headed into, man. And Esau set these camps up to get rich. They're all about gain, and they have the pastors on their payroll, man. So they'll blind you into not thinking anything bad is going to come, man. Everything is good is going to happen, man. Jesus coming back to love you, and all these fairy tales they're preaching to you, and we're telling you straight up, man, no good times are coming, man. Verse 60 says, for I will have, let me slow down. It says, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, said Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but lo, I will deliver the men, every one, into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. 2/3 are going to be consumed, man. They're going to be destroyed. And the only thing we can do is bring these lessons out to you and hoping you will listen and repent for the voice of the men of the Lord, man. So we know these days are coming, man. And you see the title, Doomed Flock. And that's 2/3 of our people, man. It's not going to be a beautiful day that's coming, man. It's only destruction and judgment is coming. And we warn you of these days that are coming, man. So Lord, when it was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.